Hey everybody, what's up? Hope you guys are doing good today. Just out here working on the boat under the carport, man, for the first time in a couple of weeks. It's been so dang cold here in Missouri. Snow all over the boat tarp, single digits, hadn't been able to work on the boat. So got everything drying out today, getting ready for that Toyota Series tournament up at Lake of the Ozarks next week. In addition to the Bassmaster Central Opens, I'm fishing the Toyota Series here because they got a lot of lakes right around my house here. We're fishing Lake of the Ozarks next week. Then we got Grand Lake in April, and then Lake Dardanelle. So decided to jump in those since they were close to the house here. But trying to get everything ready for that, and just wanted to take a few minutes and do the continuation of the series on my favorite and least favorite lakes state by state. And today we're going to do Louisiana. Louisiana, I fished a bunch of tournaments there over the years. Just a lot of great water in Louisiana, man. There really is. It's like you got a lot of river systems, you got brackish water, you got tide water, you got lakes. Louisiana's got a lot of really good fishing in it. And so it's a pretty, difficult choice when you talk about, the favorite and least favorite lakes. But thought about it a little bit. I'm going to start out with my favorite lake in the entire state, and that's the Atchafalaya Basin in Louisiana. And if you guys have never fished the Atchafalaya Basin, it's got to be one of the coolest places that I've ever fished. I mean, I definitely rank it way up there. It's one of the most vast areas that you can fish. It's in southern Louisiana. Part of it is a little bit brackish tidal. Part of it is riverine, depending upon where you're at. You've got miles and miles of like small man-made canals, like these mazes of canals that go everywhere, lined with a lot of different type of wood cover, cypress laydowns, shallow grass, that type of stuff. And then you can go down south and you can actually get into more marsh areas. You can get, similar to like the Louisiana Delta, a lot of different small lakes, backwaters. It's just it's one of the most complex places that I've ever fished as far as getting yourself around to the thing. But we've had a couple tournaments down there, and I've made the top 10 in both of the tournaments I've fished there, and it really suits the style of fishing that I like to do. Probably one of my top, if I had my choice, if you told me, Randy, go fish the type of cover you want to fish more than anything, it would be cypress trees. And the Chaffela Basin has a lot of cypress trees, and I love fishing them. I'll probably do some tips on them as far as helpful instructional tips at some point. But a lot of cypress trees down there, which I love to fish, and just a lot of shallow cover to begin with. Another good thing about the Atchafalaya Basin is you can get away from people there. It's like there's a lot of water there. You can run as far as you want or stay as close as you want, but there's enough room for everybody to spread out, which is a big deal. And like a lot of basins, it's like some basins that you talk about they have more dead water than others. And I found that the Atchafalaya Basin has got probably some of the least amount of dead water of any basin type, brackish tidewater area I've ever fished in my life. You get back in there and you've got these live oak trees. You've got a lot of the moss growing on the trees. It's sort of like prehistoric back in there a little bit. So anyway, just really, really like the Atchafalaya Basin. Absolutely my favorite lake in the state. My least favorite lake in the state, and I'll go through some honorable mentions here at the end, but my least favorite, not a lake, but body of water to fish in the state is the Louisiana Delta. And it may seem a little odd because the Louisiana Delta and the Atchafalaya Basin are actually sort of connected to each other. They're sort of part of that whole, South Louisiana, Delta system down there. And I fished a lot of the Delta waters across the whole southern part of the country: Chaffela Basin, Louisiana Delta, Pascagoula River, Mobile Delta. So I'm pretty familiar with that water down there. But the Louisiana Delta is my least favorite area for several different reasons. I fished a couple Bassmaster Classics down there, some other tournaments too. The thing about the Louisiana Delta that I don't like, that is a lot different about the Atchafalaya Basin, is there's a tremendous amount of dead water on the Louisiana Delta. It's got more brackish water in it. You've got a lot more redfish and speckled trout in certain areas, And Louisiana Delta, it's one of those places that the guys that do good there most of the time have a lot of local information and help, because there's guys there that they'll run 100 miles down into the Venice area or past Bayou Black and all over there to get to one little bitty canal. And they go to those canals because some local dude told them that this particular canal's full of fish. It's hard to compete against that. When you have an area that is massive as the Louisiana Delta, if you don't have that local information and local help down there, it's hard to do well. And I can almost promise you about anyone that's ever done good on the Louisiana Delta in a tournament has had some type of good local help in there. Just a giant place to fish. I mean, you can run as far as you want to do it, but the difference between the Louisiana Delta and the Chaffela Basin that's actually connected to each other is, you don't have the amount of cypress trees on it, you don't have the amount of diversity as far as backwater, and I just don't think there's as many bass in it. So from that standpoint, I'm just not a big fan of the Louisiana Delta. Actually, I'll do another video one time, but the most dangerous day I've ever spent on the water was on the Louisiana Delta, practicing for the Bassmasters Classic and running back through one of those big open lakes they have down there in the worst lightning storm I've ever been in my life. I'll tell you guys about it sometime. But other than that, honorable mentions, they'll give their, Toledo Bend is sort of on that Louisiana-Texas border. Obviously, that's a great lake. The Red River up by Shreveport up there, we fished a ton of tournaments up there, and I don't really care about that place too because the fish is small. But overall, Louisiana's got great water in it. Like I said, there's a lot of cypress trees in Louisiana. Lake Bistineau, Cross Lake, all these lakes that have these vast areas of cypress trees make it some of my favorite places to fish in the country. So anyway, that's my favorite place, the Atchafalaya Basin, Louisiana. If you guys have never fished down there, take a trip down there. It's a beautiful place to fish, a lot of quality fish in it. And Louisiana Delta, like I said, unless you know somebody down there that can point you into a little backwater canal, I wouldn't waste my time down there because that place has got a lot of dead water in it. So anyway, hope you guys are doing good, and we'll check in later with another one. See you.